The year is 1998. Naughty Dog had Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2, which were both massive hits, and with the ending of Crash 2 when you got 100%, it seemed that it would be the end. Cortex was now floating aimlessly in space. How could you make a sequel to that? Make Cortex a robot? Oh no. Anyways, it seemed like a full stop for the story and everyone would live happily ever after or be fucking stupid in the past. Happy endings only happen with pussy games and Disney movies. The story is never over. Look at Mario games. Naughty Dog knew they couldn't just let go of this hit series with a simple "he got lost in space" ending. No, they had to end it with style. So how about stealing the concept of Terminator? Yes, Crash Bandicoot Warped is not a geographical game like the Japanese logo suggests, but it's Back to the Future. Yep, this game is time travel based, but they can't just pull that out of their arse without an explanation. And how did Cortex even get back to Earth? Well, the explosion caused that the Cortex sent part of the space station flying down towards the Insanity Isles, and the ship hit a temple which frees the Guardian of Evil, Uka Uka. Yes, Aku Aku's brother Uka Uka is the exact opposite of Aku Aku. Aku Aku is the Guardian of Good while Uka Uka is the Guardian of Evil, and both take control of the main characters. Aku Aku looks after Crash Banuka, whatever the fuck you want to call them at this point, I don't even care. While Uka Uka mentors Cortex, and it turns out Cortex has been taking orders from Uka Uka to conceive his dreams into reality of world domination. So Cortex is more like a puppet that Uka Uka controls. Okay. They both find a scientist named Entropy, who is the master of time and has created a time machine to gather the crystals and gems after they got scattered in space while inside the space station, which was, let me remind you,
We are ready, Crash. Would you like to do the honors?
they can't exactly look for the space station parts in space. That'll probably be scattered millions of miles in space, and also that'll make a very terrible and non-fun game unless they go to deep space. What a wait. So, is there any more to add to this section? It's already long on the script, so let's just get into the main part of the review already. Firstly, the graphics. They're very different from Crash 2, but overall there is much more variant in the music and themes, since this is a time travel game. The colours match each theme perfectly except the World War II stage, which has snowy plains. When I think of World War II, I don't think of fucking snow. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's Remembrance Weekend. Shall we pay respects for 1 minute? Or would that make the video objectively trash with a minute of absolutely nothing but a screensaver of poppies in the wind? I'll do it at the end of the video, so please join me for that. Anyways, yeah, Fields with perfect dirt patch colours, volcanoes with mountain browns and volcanic oranges, futuristic cities with greys and blues. Do you see why the colours match the levels perfectly? The music also matches too. If you listen, I'm sure you'll know which level theme each track comes from. There's going to be a poll up there on YouTube, and straw poll links on Fiddly and Blair in the description where you can take a quiz on which music track is playing in the background right now. I'll be silent for around 10 seconds so you can hear it. Your 10 seconds is up. Anyways, we'll be discussing the answers in the end of the next video. Very end, actually, just before the outro. You have 1 week. Don't fail me. Anyways, let's move on to the gameplay. The moveset is also the same from this game as it is in Crash 2, but some moves such as the slide are practically useless now, since no enemies have to be killed with it, which is a bummer. But a new set of abilities have been introduced, power-ups. After you complete 5 levels in a warp room, you're only left with a single button taking you to the boss of that warp room. All the buttons are gone. You enter the Time Twister warp box, which is just put a registered trademark up top of that, to go with one of 5 bosses. Tiny Tiger returns as a Roman, Dingo Die rocks the flamethrower, Entroby becomes the master of your destruction as well as time, Engine packs more heat in his new mech, and Cortex brings his god into the mix. Wow, imagine bringing religion into a fight, you'd go to hell for life. And you'll go to hell before you die. Once you defeat these bosses, the Time Twister warp box doesn't appear until you grab a floating blue square, which gives you one of 5 new abilities: supercharged body slams, double jumps, tornado spins, fruit bazookas, and the crash dash are the 5 that appear in the game. In the overall series there are 8, so the ones in this game had a huge impact as they continued on, which shows. As the central hub there are 6 warps, each one holds a boss, which I've explained earlier, and 5 levels often with a variety of themes, and most bosses take place in a whole new setting, or in the case of Entropy, settings. Although there is one gimmick in the game that is vital to opening up a secret warp zone: relics. You know how people say relics of the past? Well, you collect relics in the past by trying to speedrun a level, although these levels are not built for speedrunning in mind. But does that mean it's not fun at all? They are fun depending on the level. Some levels are a good challenge at speedrunning and still remain fun, while others are too challenging and are not fun. But if you collect 5 you unlock a secret warp, and every 5 relics you collect you unlock a new stage in that secret warp. Overall there are 30 or so relics in the game, and there are even some in the secret levels, which is kind of good, I guess. Once you collect all the crystals you can fight Cortex, but to get the 100% ending you need to collect all the gems and relics in the game. And Cortex is reverted to a baby and becomes stranded in a time paradox. Once you get 100% you also unlock Fake Crash, you just dances there in the levels. And also, before we give out the score, I'd like to say some stuff. You can unlock a Spyro the Dragon demo anytime in the game from the title screen by using a button combination. It's basically the Konami code, but with a square button instead of BA start. And also the Japanese version has FMVs, full motion videos, whatever the hell you want to call them, which are exclusive and show you how fucking insane Japan is. These FMVs range from pretty cool to cruelty to Nazis.
Don't be stupid, be a smarty, come and join the Nazi party!
And what the fuck. So we reached a final verdict to end this marathon of platforms off, which started all the way back in June but became Crash oriented in September. I'll give Crash Bandicoot 3 a 3 out of 10. I mean a 8. Like, you can't get those numbers mixed up, and also why I call it Crash Bandicoot 3, it's actually Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. It's one of my favourite PlayStation 1 games, and I cannot underestimate how awesome it is. And it offers a great end to the main series of Naughty Dog Crash games, as well as a great end to this marathon. It's been a great around 5 or 6 months of doing these platformer marathon ends. And to all of you, I'd like to say thank you all for watching. Next time we'll be looking at a prequel to a game I reviewed last November. And it's not Bomb Man, because does it even have any fucking prequels or something? I don't know. Mirror's Edge, yeah. Before the video ends though, it's time we pay respect to those lives lost in World War I and II for a minute's silence. Join me, even if you are in the United States of America, please join me to pay respects, starting in 3, 2, 1. And that was the Minute Science. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next week. But until then, goodbye.